If we can shut down our schools, we can shut down everything. Antifa's attempt to co-opt the left-wing gun control protests for an even more radical left-wing cause is not exactly the most covert takeover. Let's take a look. Remember It's Going Down, the Antifa news outlet that sells buttons like hospitalize your local fascist and no more presidents? Well, this Saturday, the site is launching one of the most cringe-worthy propaganda campaigns I've seen to convert gun control student protesters into full-blown Antifa militants. An anonymous It's Going Down contributor said, "Many of us watched and cheered over the last couple of days as students broke through fences, tore down an American flag, chanted against the police, showed resilience and solidarity when the police attempted to arrest and repress them." Now, if you're a normal person, you might condemn this barbaric fringe of an otherwise peaceful protest. But if you're a super edgy, devilishly creative, and probably hopelessly unemployed and useless member of society, you'll create propaganda to exploit this radical element to further an ideology that failed all across Europe last century. High schools are normalizing barred windows, surveillance cameras and metal detectors in the hallways, armed cops and K9 units conducting random routine searches, and we're talking about giving teachers handguns? These are the same pinheads who think that instead of merely suspending them, teachers will just start shooting black students as discipline. But shh, make sure you don't mention the armed officer who stopped the Maryland shooter. That wouldn't quite fit the narrative now, would it? Here's another flyer from It's Going Down. What you can do, youth power. Abolishing patriarchy, abolishing whiteness, abolishing police and prisons, abolishing authority. Let's face it, school itself is violent and oppressive. Okay, the only kind of violent schools I know are the ones with corporal punishment. And yeah, kids sometimes deserve to get beaten. Probably a good half of Antifa is just kids who didn't get spanked enough as children. As for oppressive, well, that's probably referring to those Fs on essays, where they try but fail to rationalize communism. Ultimately, the message from one of the sites Antifa advertises on the flyer best sums up the movement. No, against adult supremacy. Haven't heard of that type of supremacy before, have you? You see, this isn't about the system versus the people, or the oppressor versus the oppressed. This is about the mature grown-ups versus the immature middle-class hipsters and the kids they indoctrinate. For Campus Unmasked, I'm Rob Shimshock. If you like this video and support our mission, please make sure to comment and subscribe. If something happens on your campus and you'd like us to investigate, send us details using the form on campusunmasked.com.